Is your business getting left behind? Introducing Venture Map Elite, the complete AI solution for visionary CEOs. Get a done-for-you AI-powered business map, 3 expert-led training sessions weekly, and direct one-on-one strategy with top-tier consultants. Don't have time? No worries. We handle everything for you. Just share your vision, and we bring it to life. Take control of your future and scale your business effortlessly. Click below and join Venture Map Elite today. Are you a visionary CEO who knows AI is the future, but finds it impossible to keep up with the constant changes? Imagine tripling your revenue and automating 80% of your business operations without lifting a finger. If that sounds like a dream, keep watching, because it's about to become your reality.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into something pretty intense, building a business from scratch. We've got an entrepreneur's first-hand account, and let me tell you, this is a wild ride.
Yeah, it's not just about the how-to, It's about the why, the ambition behind it all. And the parallels he draws to guys like Peter Thiel, that's fascinating stuff.
Okay, so picture this. You're up against the wall, way less time, resources, the whole 9 yards.
Talk about a pressure cooker. And it forces him to really analyze, to figure out what success really means in this environment. He realizes stagnation, even if the numbers look okay, stagnation is decay.
So it's not enough to just be afloat. You got to be pushing the boundaries, constantly evolving.
Right, exactly. He argues that if you're not growing, you're dying, essentially. Even a profitable business can be unsuccessful if it's not keeping pace with the disruptors.
And this guy, he's not just trying to keep pace. He wants to dominate the whole industry. He even uses the term, like, Thielenian monopoly. What's the strategy behind that level of ambition?
It's about creating something so valuable, so unique that it reshapes the entire market. Think Google, Amazon. They didn't just offer something slightly better. They fundamentally changed how we do things.
So less about crushing the competition, more about creating a whole new game where you make the rules.
Precisely. And to get there, he draws inspiration from, well, it's an interesting source. The Marines.
Business and the Marines. Now that's a connection I wouldn't have expected. What's the link there?
He keeps talking about lethality, not literally, of course, but in terms of focus, efficiency, achieving your objectives with absolute precision.
Bringing that military mindset to the business world.
Exactly. Whether you're talking about, hunting mammoths or launching a tech startup, the core principles of success, they're surprisingly similar. Adaptability, resourcefulness, outmaneuvering your competition, and it all comes down to the leader's track record.
Because past performance, that's what builds trust.
Right.
Way more than just words.
He says something like, trust us, we can deliver, we've done it before. It's about proving yourself through action.
Which brings us to this idea of adaptability. He emphasizes how fast the business world changes. If you're not evolving, you're done.
He makes this analogy, it's like playing checkers when everyone else is playing chess. If you're ignoring the global shifts, the tech, the consumer, the competition, you're going to get left behind.
And he learned that the hard way. The whole situation forced him to adapt, reevaluate. So how's he planning to navigate this new landscape? Especially with limited resources, time pressure, the whole deal.
This is where his first principles approach comes in. He sees it as absolutely crucial, and interestingly, he ties it directly to this whole world of AI.
First principles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. What's he actually mean by that, and how does it apply here?
Think of it like this. You're breaking a problem down to its most basic elements. The stuff that's undeniable, the core truths. Like building a house, you need that solid foundation first.
So for a business, what are those foundations? What are some examples?
It's going to be different for every industry, right? But some universals, understanding your customer's needs, like really getting it, the value you're offering, not just what you think it is, but what it really is, and then the forces at play in your market, the big picture stuff.
And he's using these principles as his guideposts now, especially flying solo after the co-founder thing.
Exactly. By going back to basics, he can make clear decisions, even under pressure. Even when the old ways don't apply anymore.
Which is where AI comes in, right?
Yeah.
And this is big. He's not just using it for, marketing or whatever.
Yeah.
This is fundamental to how he's building the business.
It's wild, right? This collision of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge tech. He says in the intelligence economy, knowledge is becoming a commodity. AI can handle so much of the grunt work now. Entrepreneurs are freed up for the bigger picture stuff.
He said something about AI generating 80% of a first draft for some tasks.
That's insane. The speed, the scale, that's what's possible now. But here's the thing. It's not about replacing us, it's about augmenting us. He uses this analogy of trying to build a business in total darkness. That's what it was like before these AI tools.
Like someone finally flicked the lights on. Suddenly you see the path, the possibilities.
And that's what lets him connect everything. The business model, the tech, what customers actually want.
Threading the needle in the dark, basically. But here's what I love. He wants to share this, to make it a system others can use.
It's bigger than just him succeeding, right? He wants to democratize this whole thing. AI, first principles, make it so anyone with a good idea can be a disruptor.
That's a huge shift. So how's he going to make that happen? Go from personal experience to a system anyone can use.
It's about identifying those core principles and building the systems, the tools, maybe even AI-powered tools to guide people. He's documenting everything, analyzing data, creating SOPs, the works.
So like a blueprint for success in the AI age.
Kind of, yeah. The tactics might change depending on what you're doing, but those core ideas, adaptability, first principles, smart use of AI, those are constant.
He's not just building a business, he's building a movement, a new way of thinking about entrepreneurship, bringing the old and new schools together.
It's a fascinating question, isn't it? What happens when this kind of knowledge, these tools are available to everyone? What will the next generation of entrepreneurs be able to do?
That's something to think about for sure. We're seeing a revolution in how things are done. And this guy's story, it's a peek behind the curtain.
It's also a reminder, right? Even with setbacks, curveballs, there's always a way to adapt, to innovate, to come out stronger.
And sometimes the best solutions, they come from blending the old ways with the new.
Absolutely. This entrepreneur, he embodies that, the power of human ingenuity, that drive to keep pushing forward. It's incredible.
It's like he's building a bridge, you know?
Yeah.
Between the old way and the new, taking these rock-solid principles and then, bam, supercharging them with AI.
And that's the key takeaway, really. It's not one or the other. You don't have to pick between tradition and innovation. It's about finding that sweet spot where they work together.
He's saying you can have the power of AI without, like, losing sight of those fundamentals that have always made businesses work.
Exactly. And the fact that he wants to document it all, maybe even automate parts of it, that's huge. It's not just about him. He wants others to be able to do this too.
Like a modern-day alchemist, right? Taking these raw ingredients, ambition, tech, these principles, and turning them into, I don't know, a recipe for success.
I like that analogy. And like any good alchemist, he's not afraid to experiment, to push the limits, to see what's actually possible.
And that's what's so inspiring, I think. It's not just the ambition or even the AI. It's that belief that we as humans, we can figure things out. We can overcome obstacles and do amazing things.
He's living proof of that, isn't he? That constraints, limitations, they can actually lead to more creativity. Sometimes the toughest challenges force you to find the best solutions.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. And whether you're running a business, switching careers, or just trying to keep up with the world, his story's got something for everyone.
It's a reminder that being able to adapt, that's crucial. And having those first principles as your foundation, that's key. And technology, if you use it strategically, it can be a game changer.
So this week, think about that, how it applies to you.
Yeah.
What are you struggling with? How can you use these ideas, adaptability, first principles, smart tech, to get where you want to go?
It's a journey, right? You never stop learning, never stop evolving. And this entrepreneur's story, it's a roadmap, a source of inspiration.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for being here.
Keep exploring, keep asking questions, keep pushing the boundaries. That's what it's all about.